Oh man, I can't tell you how good it feels to be back in a winter wonderland. The scenes through this road are just phenomenal. The snow's coming down, the trees are beautiful. Getting the van out to enjoy it. I might try and find a camp spot down here in this wilderness. I believe there is actually a campground down here. I don't know if it's closed in the wintertime or what, but we're out here exploring to discover these things. So welcome aboard, guys. Welcome back to some winter videos. All right, well, I was actually hoping that we'd be able to get through to this campground, but unfortunately the gate is closed, as you can see here behind me. It looks like a really cool campground. It would be pretty cool to stay in here with the snow falling. These trees are unbelievable. Just a really cool winter scene. But unfortunately, no go on the camp spot down here. But that's okay, we're not gonna let that stop us. We'll get back into some other spot where we can enjoy some snow camping. Oh man, guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be out doing some winter camping. This is the first winter van life trip of the 2019-2020 season, and to start it off with a bang out here, having a campfire, enjoying a Hefeweizen. Certainly great way to be spending the evening here. We've got a great little fire started here, and we can just enjoy some good old winter van life. Super stoked to have you guys on board for this here trip. Be kicking it around the fire with me. The clouds are clearing off a little bit, so I'd imagine that might turn into some crispy cold weather. It's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit right now, which is 0 degrees Celsius. For tonight's dinner, it's going to be a little bit interesting. I was passing through this area when the snow hit. I didn't make it off to the store to buy a specific meal for dinner, but we're going to scrape together what's left over in the cabinets of the van and see what we can pull together. So I think we'll be all right. I've got an idea of what we can do. We're going to cook it up in the Jetboil. It won't necessarily be a campfire dinner like the last few videos have, but we're going to do it around the campfire, so that counts. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I am certainly getting hungry. I think it's about time to start thinking about some dinner. You know, I'd actually be really curious what you guys like to do when it comes to camping, or especially winter camping. Do you guys prefer to cook over an open fire? Is it a propane stove? Also, what kind of meal ideas do you guys have? Because as you guys can tell, I'm pretty straight-laced when it comes to campfire cooking. It's usually steaks, and branching out means having chicken. So, I don't know, I'd be curious to try some other stuff. Let me know in the comment section down below. Whew. Alright, well, outside it is 31.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Here inside the van it is 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 0 degrees Celsius with a 15 degrees inside. I've got the diesel heater running on a 3.5 out of 5, and it's definitely keeping things nice and warm inside here. So like I said, I'm going to do something a little bit different tonight for dinner. I've got some fettuccine noodles. I've got some Alfredo sauce. I figured some sriracha would go good with that, so we're going to cook with that. Down deep inside my cabinet, I used to have, yeah, inside my cabinet, I've got some bacon bits. So bacon bits I figured would go good inside of a fettuccine Alfredo. Let's give it a shot. What do we got to lose? Here inside the Westphalia, I store my table away, but for this particular situation I'm going to pull it out just to have extra counter space to be able to work with while I cook. Been sitting outside enjoying the fire. Something that I haven't done very much during winter camping is actually building a fire and sitting around and enjoying it. So that's kind of a cool experience, and that's something that I want to bring to this season of winter camping, which actually I'm pretty stoked about. Back home waiting for me in the mail right now is a Solo Stove Ranger, and this thing's a portable fire pit. It's stainless steel. According to my calculations, it should fit in my Yakima box up on top, and so I'm excited for scenarios like that where I'm not necessarily in a particular camp spot and I don't have a fire ring, and I can leave no trace by using this portable fire pit. So that is going to be coming in some more winter camping videos here in the near future. So Pretty excited about that. This is going to be a bit of an experiment and see what we can make work here. A meal in a Jetboil. So first off, I'm going to boil up some water for the fettuccine noodles. I'm going to go ahead and put some coconut oil in there. Also going to add some salt to the water before it boils. So of course this is going to be interesting, cooking all of this in one small little pot. So you guys are on board to check it out and learn as I learn it. It's better than going hungry, I'll tell you that much. And just like that, the water is boiling. Let's put some noodles in here. Now, of course, they're not all gonna fit. My theory is that I can kind of feed them in from the top. Let's see if this works. Basically, as they cook, I'm just gonna have to feed them down inside there. So my experience has been adding oil to the water helps keep that foam down whenever you add noodles. Well, as you can see, the noodles are feeding right into the water, so far so good. Now if we can just get them all in there. Guys, we're cooking noodles. So who of you actually own and use a Jetboil? And if you do you guys have any ideas for recipes or meals to actually cook in a Jetboil? Most of what I've always done is just use my Jetboil to boil water and do like the freeze-dried meals or make coffee or tea. But I know there's quite a bit more uses out there. So if you guys have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. We'll try it right here on the channel. Oh yeah, guys. The pasta is cooking. It's all inside there now. Everything's soft. Well, the good thing is the flavor's good. The one thing that I do want to avoid is sticking the noodles to the bottom of the Jetboil. Now, so far, my experience with these things is that the non-stick capabilities is very, very good. So far, I don't feel anything actually sticking to it, so that's a good thing. That also has to do with adding the oil to it. Besides keeping the bubbles and the foam down, it helps them keep from sticking together. Okay, well, I think that does it for the noodles. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and drain out the water, and then I'm going to see about adding the Alfredo. Now the great thing is these lids of these Jetboils are actually designed to be able to drain noodles or drain water out of it. It's got vent holes up on top here so you can just drain it through the lid, which is actually pretty darn cool. Okay, so you can see I've got my noodles all cooked. They cooked up nicely in the Jetboil, so that's not a problem. Now we need to see about adding some Alfredo sauce. So we're just going to try it and see what happens. I'm not going to put a ton in. Putting it in with the hot noodles, I'm hoping that that'll be enough to warm everything up. Because those noodles are scorching hot. Definitely smells good, that's for sure. Okay, gonna mix the bacon through there. A little more bacon, because what happens if you have too much bacon? My opinion is there's no such thing as too much bacon. Oh man, that's looking good. Okay, from here I'm going to top it off with a little bit of sriracha for some spiciness flavor to it. Can't wait to dig into this. Oh, I'm stoked. I'm so hungry. And I feel like this turned into a pretty decent meal. It's simple, nothing special. Of course, you guys can take it and do different variations to it. Try different things. If you guys have some ideas of something else that I could do differently with it, then heck, I am all ears. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it. It gets the job done. It's actually really good. The nice thing is, with putting the Alfredo sauce in with the hot noodles, I didn't even need to warm it up again. It warmed it up. It's a nice warm meal. It works. Winter van life at its finest. Definitely thankful for this heat. I can't begin to express how nice it is to have it. With that diesel heater being a dry heat, it's not an open flame. You can leave it running long term. You can be in here nice and cozy while it's cold and stormy outside. That fire's blazing away outside. I'm gonna finish up this meal, and then I'm gonna go sit out by this fire and then call it a night. Well guys, here's to a cup of Pendleton after a decent dinner, scratched together out of the cabinets of the old Vanagon. Cheers to you guys. Hopefully this kicks things off for the winter season, and we just keep getting bombarded with snow. So I know lots of you guys are like, nah, screw the snow, not for me. Well, this is really when the adventure truly begins. Alright guys, I'm going to enjoy my Pendleton, enjoy this fire, and then I'm going to hit the hay. We'll catch you guys in the morning. Alright guys, well, it is about time to wrap this here van adventure up. It's been a great opening to the winter season of 2019-2020, and looking forward to much more of these videos. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure and hit the subscribe button. Make sure and hit the little bell next to the subscribe button. That's going to notify you anytime like this that videos are uploaded. For those of you that have been with the channel, thank you so much. While I was out on this trip, the channel did break 100,000 subscribers, which is unreal. When I got my first 800 subscribers, I was blown away by the fact that that was even possible. So to have all of you guys on board through this has been an amazing, amazing adventure. If you guys like this video, make sure and hit the like button. Share it with any friends that you think might be interested in stuff like this. And most of all, leave your comments in the comments section down below. If you guys are interested in checking out any of the t-shirts that I just came out with, check out my website at www.livingthevanlife.com. You guys should be able to remember that one fairly easily. But anyways, from here, I'm going to truck it back on home and wrap this adventure up. Got lots of work to do in the edit studio. All right, guys, peace out. Keep on trucking.